Hello everybody, how are you doing? Welcome back to Man City Unplugged, your very own Man City fan channel. It's that time of the year, December, which means, especially in India, being awake. These not so cold days, but yeah, there's a little bit of chill in the air for sure. Especially down south, bit more chill than what we expect. Jeremy Doku, that is wonderful playing centrally. Wow, just look at the confidence in the ball for Jeremy Doku. That's a great switch. Fantastic switch. I think it's Nico Gonzalez. Fantastic switch to Matthews Nunez. City need to win this. If we drop points here, I think the title race is over. Newcastle was the one, but then Arsenal dropped points to Chelsea. So Jeremy Doku there. Ah, wonderful play from Jeremy Doku. Beautiful play from Jeremy Doku. Matthews Nunez. I think he'll not be able to reach it. Ryan Sessegnon versus Matthews Nunez, or I think it's mostly Sessegnon versus Matthews Nunez because Nunez is the one who's providing width on that side. That will be very, very interesting. Interesting City are pressing in a 4-4-2 shape. Both Doku playing almost as central striker. I know with the ball is maybe drifting a bit out to wide, but I think Doku it's a bit strange seeing people being given those free roles in a Pep team. Both Ford and it seems that Doku himself has a free role in this team as well because he's just drifting everywhere. Doku, Ford, and I think it's surprising to see Bernardo as a free role. So three players having a free role who can drift in and around the pitch. It's very interesting to see that. Reinders does very well there. Nico Riley. Reinders does extremely well there. Good ball from Josko Guardiol. Nunez does extremely well to keep it in play. That is wonderful from Nunez. Doku has to strike here. Doku has to strike here. He did well to take on the shot. It's another thing that the shot was blocked. That's fine, but he did well to take on the shot. Let's go Guardiola again. His diagonals are reminding me of Aymeric Laporte. Laporte for me was the best centre back in the Premier League in terms of pinging those diagonals. People say Van Dijk. For me, I think Laporte was better than Van Dijk in terms of pinging those diagonals. Guardiola is doing exactly the same. His passing range is just insane. Ruben Diaz, Matthews Nunez is that's a wonderful pass from Matthew. Erling Haaland is through. And that is how it's been for Erling Haaland. What should he do to score a goal? Guys, tell me what should Erling Haaland do to score a goal? Just look at that. He needs to be burying that, and he has buried that. It hit the bar and it's come out. There's nothing there. I can't fault Erling Haaland with that finish as well. Beautiful finish. It hits the bar, it hit the pole, and it's come back. Cannot do anything with that. It's hit the bar and come back. How unlucky can Erling Haaland be? How's your luck, Erling? Can't fault him for this. Did everything right. Wonderful finish. Too perfect of a finish, to be honest. Too perfect of a finish that was from Erling Haaland. But the intensity from City is superb. Very, very good. Fulham have not got a sniff, and I hope these words don't come to bite us back. That's a very good ball. I think it's Josko Guardiola. Good defending by Sessegnon. The ball itself was very, very good. I think it was Reinders with the ball. His passing has been sharp in this match. Reinders is been very, very sharp. Tijani Reinders in this match. If he can improve his finishing, wow. Phil Foden, what a touch that is. Harry Wilson, and it's a corner for Fulham. Smith Rowe there. That's the danger. That's the danger. But the recovery's been good. The recovery from Nunez has been excellent. It's been very, very good. And the chance for Haaland was good, but he did everything right. He did everything right. Pep was a bit disappointed at the end of last match that there was no service to Erling Haaland. He was not disappointed about us conceding two goals. He was disappointed, but more of, please do not let Fulham score. Please. That's a good header. And Phil Foden with the ball. City are off on a counter attack here. The ball from Foden. What a chance that was. What a chance that was. I don't know how Foden messed that pass up. It was Foden, right? Who messed that pass up? It was someone on the far side. Maybe I didn't see him, but was it Foden? I don't know. He messed the pass up. That's a free kick for Fulham, and Foden's having a shocker. Phil Foden's having an absolute shocker, I think. Was it Phil Foden who gave the ball away? Yes. Phil Foden's having an absolute shocker. Messed that pass up on the counter attack, and now this gave the pass. Not good from Phil Foden in these opening 10 minutes. Giving easy set piece chances to Fulham. And we know Fulham are good at set pieces, and that too we're playing a match away from home. Cannot give them any opportunities. Jeremy Doku again. That's not a foul on Harry Wilson. Come on. I think it's a foul, maybe. I don't know what sort of free kick that was from Fulham. It's the free kick from that Fulham player was as if he was disgusted by the referee's decision. But Josko Guardiola, Erling Haaland, almost a wonderful flick that is. And again a free kick to Fulham. Not gonna be an easy night, guys. Not gonna be an easy night at all. Harry Wilson maintaining the width very well. I don't know why Ruben Diaz left it. That was he could have just taken control of the ball there. Don't know why Ruben Diaz left it. Joachim Anderson, Kenny Tete back to Burnley. No, we're not pressing that high. We are not pressing that high. We are laying traps. We are forcing the ball out wide, and then that's what we are doing. Fulham are trying to play out from the back like they usually do against us. They're trying to play through our press. Need to be careful here. Harry Wilson with Raul Jimenez, they've shown that they can play through the press already in the first 10 minutes. Look at it, high balls, man wide. City's fullback is generally caught in sort of wing back position, which means there'll always be space out wide for your Iwobi and Ryan Sessegnon. Erling Haaland had the best chance of the match and didn't do anything wrong, but still did not get the goal. Those are the margins we're dealing with. That's an excellent steal from Nico Riley. The pass from Doku just maybe needed a bit more of pace on it. But that steal from Nico Riley was superb. This is an end-to-end game. Promises to be an entertaining classic. Good defending from Matthews Nunes. Donnarumma, I think, is one yellow card away from suspension. Needs to be careful, and he's getting all those yellow cards for time wasting. I know. Maybe he's taking some coaching from Lucas Paqueta off the pitch and getting yellow cards, but Reinders coming back to help in the build-up. Matthews Nunes. Switch. There's a switch on. I think Nunes is capable of switching as well. There was a diagonal switch on there. I know it's tough to execute, but there was a diagonal switch that was on from Nunes. Anyway, he didn't take it and Nunes again. Donnarumma. City on the attack there. Erling Haaland. Nico Riley. I think O'Reilly should have taken the shot through the legs. Anything can happen. Took a touch extra there. He should have taken the shot. Defending's been good, better than the Leeds match. I don't say it's perfect, and I think Diaz Guardiola partnership, like someone said earlier against the Leeds match, City conceded twice. He said in the chat here that he does not see that. I mean, he sees something is not right with with the Diaz Guardiola partnership. But even I think there's some sort of an instability there because both the fullback positions, I'm reasonably confident they're cross from Nunez. Nunez is excellent at giving different types of crosses, but yeah. Phil Foden, Nico Riley, Foden, Doku. And Erling Haaland scores! The ball was stuck with so much power. The ball was bloody stuck with so much power that no one, even God, could not prevent it from going inside. I think even God would have felt bad for preventing Haaland's first goal. This was what a finish this was. Check the net. The net would have, there will be a tear in the net. Check the net. How's the net? How is the net? I'm surprised that the net did not tear open. What a finish from Erling Haaland that was. What a finish from Erling Haaland that was. Come on, City. Jeremy Doku. What a ball there. That too off his weaker left foot. Good cross off his weaker left foot from Jeremy Doku, and he said it straight through the goalkeeper. The power was such that he hit it straight at Leno. Look at it. And Leno could not do anything. Just look at the power. Just look at the power in that shot. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely wow. Look at it. The power's brilliant. Wow. Fastest to 100 PL goals. This is 100 Premier League goal. We almost forgot it because it's been two games that he didn't score, and I've almost forgotten it. 111 matches, 13 matches less than his nearest competitor, Alan Shearer. What a feat. Come on, Erling. Now on to the next 100. Bad ball, bad ball. The ball should have gone wider. I don't know why. I think it was Reinders who played it between the lines. Then they're luring us into the press. Nico, get back, get back, get back. Nico, get back. That is good. That's a good interception there. That's a good interception there. Ruben Diaz, great interception there. I think it was from Josko Guardiola. Jeremy Doku, wonderful there. That's a foul on Jeremy Doku. Come on, ref. That's a clear foul on Jeremy Doku. Know what the ref was doing. Clear foul on Jeremy Doku over there. And maybe the ref sleeping. Last 2-3 matches, there are no fouls being given on Jeremy Doku. And there's news of Elliot Anderson coming. It seems his liked Manchester City on his Instagram account. He's liked only Nottingham Forest and his boyhood club. It was Newcastle, I presume. Maybe I don't know what Elliot Anderson's boyhood club is, but apparently he's only like both of those on Instagram, and today and yesterday he liked Manchester City. It's interesting. Elliot Anderson coming, Anton Semenyo coming in January. Those two signings in City will move up a level. Seriously, will move up a level. Just do those two signings. Matthews, Nunez. Good defending again. Great work there. Erling Haaland is through. Is Erling Haaland against Calvin Bassey. Erling Haaland against Calvin Bassey. Now it's a counter attack to the other side. Haaland should have probably done well there. Alex Iwobi, don't tell him to cut inside. Good defending. Very good defending. The ref is just not giving fouls for us. That's a foul on Foden, but I think the ball was a bit too far and Bassett did well to be honest. And there was no one to support Haaland as well. But his link up plays improved so much. There's little bits in the game, like here for example, Jeremy Doku. Just imagine having to deal with Doku and Semenyo both centrally, with your wingers offering width, or with your fullbacks offering width. It will be a must be nightmare for defenders. And with Elliot Anderson in the middle, Elliot Anderson and Rodri in the middle, that would be something else. With Tijani Reinders making all those runs through the middle. Phil Foden, it was almost a perfect ball, but I mean, it was almost a perfect switch, but just missed the mark. Wait. Good defending again there. Phil Foden's coming back and helping through, which is very, very good to see. By the way, Victor Reis, guys, have you seen the performance of Victor Reis against Real Madrid? Girona versus Real Madrid. Awesome. He was the best defender on the pitch there with for the total amount of duels won and everything. One on one defending. That is good covering there from Jeremy Doku. I think positions are absent. Good from Donnarumma. Good shot from Wilson, but that was very good from Donnarumma there. Good save. Good save from Donnarumma. Wow, the contest is like very looks a very difficult day. Good save from Donnarumma. I think the shot was from Smith Rowe, not Harry Wilson. It was from Smith Rowe. Good spin and good shot from Smith Rowe, but good save there from Donnarumma. Had to get back, had to go to his right hand side very quickly, and he did it. Fulham players are making a lot of fouls. This green jersey looks very good on Donnarumma there. Fulham are giving us trouble with Smith Rowe, Raul Jimenez, both operating centrally. We are just maybe not able to deal with it again. It just seems like the midfield is getting overwhelmed a bit more. Especially so the importance of Rodri there. That's a foul and that's a yellow card. I think that's a yellow card. Good skill from Ruben Diaz. Nico Riley. Can he find the run of Erling Haaland? I think he'll go for Doku, but Bernardo Silva should have just got Frimpong. But defensively, what will you do? That's the big question. But anyways, great switch. What a switch to Jeremy Doku and what a touch. Ah, I think it's a corner. Was difficult to head it down. He's always rising high, but nevertheless a good chance. Good chance for Haaland. Nunez with the cross. Wow. Looks like Nunez has got a lot of crosses in his locker. Good cross by Matthews Nunez. What a cross by Matthews Nunez. Haaland hit it onto the defender there, but difficult header, but still Haaland did well. Come on, guys, we need to score more goals. Who's taking the call? Like Matthews Nunes take the corner. Looking at his quality from crosses. What kind of a shit set piece is this? Again, why doesn't Matthews Nunes take corners? Looking at the quality he's having from the crosses, I don't understand. What a position change from Pep Guardiola. Matthews Nunes playing at right back and is in the top three in the Premier League this season. What position change that was from Pep Guardiola for Matthews Nunes. Jeremy Doku on the ball. Doku, Nico Gonzalez, Tijani Reinders, sorry, Josko Guardiol. What a pass there from Josko Guardiol, but just couldn't find Erling Haaland. He's aggressively breaking lines there, Josko Guardiol. He's absolutely aggressively. As soon as he's getting the ball, his first thought is to play either Doku in or Erling Haaland in. Miscalculation there. Nico Riley thought the Doku would be there. That's fine. Doesn't matter. Jeremy Doku, they want to lure us into the press. That's the only thing. And Nico Riley gets it. Nico Riley gets it. That is super aggressive there from Nico Riley. Beautiful that is from Nico Riley. Super aggressive. The midfield battle is just so tenacious here. The midfield battle is absolutely tenacious. That's a throw in for City. Matthews Nunes. What was Phil Foden doing there with the ball? So just got rid of it. Look at it now. Fulham are creating an entire play from that. Good that the ball went back. But Phil Foden needs to have that awareness. There are two or three instances in the match when Phil Foden was just not having that game awareness in terms of that thing. That's the only side. If Foden improves that, wow, he'll be one of the most all-rounded players in the Premier League. That's good interception from Gasco Guardiola. Good from Nico Gonzalez. Careless from Nico Gonzalez. It's a corner for Fulham. Nico Gonzalez had the chance to clear there. Absolutely careless from him. Sasa Lukic. Puts it out. I don't know why is this one. Opposition gets a corner, we have to be afraid. And when we get a corner, we have to be afraid as well because we're so shit at set pieces. Last corner, there was a counter attack which Foden messed up. Can he do something here? Harry Wilson will not take it, I think. No, he will take it. No, he will not take it. And shot it on the edge of the box for Smith Rowe. Why don't City do things like that? I don't know. Haaland and Bassi just having a contest over there. City's next match is in Sunderland. Ballard and Haaland, that contest will be something else. Reinders could have just got into the ball more aggressive. That's well defended there by Ruben Diaz. Fell forward and can he play in Doku? Ah! Pass was there. Look at that Calvin Bassi on Erling Haaland. Calvin Bassi, that's just too much. I don't know what Calvin Bassi was thinking. Look at it. And when is it that he'll get a yellow card? Seems to be a good guy, Calvin Bassi. Look at that from Erling Haaland. The force of that strike was just so much that at one point I thought it will break the net. The possession is 57-43, but Jeremy Doku gets the ball. He should have tried to take it on the inside, but now he'll take it on the inside. This is good from Jeremy Doku, Nico O'Reilly, Nico Gonzalez, Matthews Nunez. Of all the midfield players, I think Phil Foden is the only one I fear that he might lose the ball. It's amazing to. Jeremy! What a stupid pass. That was from Jeremy Doku. I think Ryan Sherky would be outstanding in this match due to his ability to play in those small spaces. I just think probably Ryan Sherky. Maybe I think to balance that midfield. Bernardo Silva and Erling Haaland. Ah, what a creative pass that was from Tejani Reinders. Doku was making that one. He probably was level, I think. I don't know. Good from City. Nico O'Reilly. We have to get more goals. We have to get more goals, guys. Tijani Reinders scores. I don't know if it's onside or offside, but Tijani Reinders scores. What a finish that was with Tijani Reinders. Wow. Wow. What a finish. Come on, Reinders. What a finish that is. He went through and there was no doubt, not even for one moment, that he would not hit the back of the net. What a goal that was from Tijani Reinders. Erling Haaland, great spot. That was never offside, always onside. Great spot that from Erling Haaland there. Wow. And look at Tijani Reinders. Never a doubt that Tijani Reinders would not score. Wow. Look at the way he's just lifted the ball. It seems like it seemed like he was a striker. That's how good Tijani Reinders was on that finish. What a goal that is. Haaland with an assist. Haaland with a goal and an assist. Wow, but that run from Tijani Reinders again, it just seems to be speciality making that one. The very few players in the world after Gundogan, I did not think there were that players in the world who would make that one. Tijani Reinders was there. Making that one is so difficult, which Reinders made. Come on, guys, let us keep a clean sheet now. Come on. I think Nico Riley should not have tackled over there because there were three City players covering him, and I think it was Sandberg or Sasa Lukic. I don't know who it was, but they were looking for that tackle. But what a finish that was from Tejani Reinders. Phil Foden, Alex Iwobi. Doku wanted to do that in such a critical position. Nico Riley is just being so aggressive in this match. I mean, just love the way Nico Riley is developed. He's just come into the team last March for the FA Cup, last February, I think, and it's not even been an year with the team and is already looking like, for me, he's the best left back in the Premier League this season. Top 5 in Europe. Never seems to put a foot wrong defensively, and that is crazy thinking that he's just, what, 20 years old, 20 years old, that's it. Lazy pass that was. Can we get one more before the break? Can we get one more before the break? That's my question. Can we get one more before the break? I think Ryan Cherky will be the key. Don't know when Pep. That's a loose pass. Tijani Reinders onto it. Donnarumma, please do not try some crazy shit with your feet. What a character Donnarumma is turning out to be. Made that great save from Emil Smith Rowe. Can Josko Guardiola find the diagonal? That the long passing of Elliot Anderson is top as well. Just wait until we get Elliot Anderson as well. Wow. Nico Riley, Donnarumma. Erling Haaland gets to the ball. That's fine. Bernardo Silva is doing well. Covering for Matthews Nunez over there. Nico Gonzalez, Tijani Reinders, Jeremy Doku, Phil Foden. Erling Haaland gets there. In the last moment, it's been snatched away from Erling Haaland. Good defending, I must say. Offside, I think Jeremy Doku was offside, but what a fantastic piece of play that was. Noel Gallagher is there. He's sitting among the fans. It's interesting. That's a corner for City. Don't know what happened there because the camera cut to Noel Gallagher and the play was going on. Nico Gonzalez is that's what I say about this team. When people say title, this, that, what I say is yes, I obviously want City to be in the title race, but then I say the partnerships, Nico Gonzalez, Diaz, those partnerships are Foden, Nico Gonzalez, those partnerships are still building up. Johnny Reinders. What a goal that is! Woo! What a goal that is from Phil Foden! Wow! How can you even strike it from that distance? How can you even bloody strike it from that distance, mate? How could you even dream of striking it? Wow! What a goal that is from Phil Foden! Woo! What a strike! Come on, City! Wow! How can you even strike it from that distance? That is just borderline unfair. That should just not be allowed. Just look at it. How can you even strike it from that distance? Look at Phil Foden. That is in the top corner. Absolutely, it's hit the corner, pinpoint, bullseye. If you would have put a bullseye board over there, it would have hit the bullseye. It was almost in the top corner over there. Wow, what a goal! Reinders has a goal and a fantasy assist. Wow, what a goal that is from Phil Foden. I think Ryan Sharkey and Marmoush in the second half. It's a corner for Fulham. Donnarumma just underestimated the skid on that ball. Please do not concede. Let us go in with a three-goal lead. Please do not concede. That's what I say. Just do not concede of this corner. Just look at Pep Linders, wow, and Pep Guardiola, wow. Looks like people who are just enjoying their life there. In terms of the footballing discussions, wow. Calvin Bassi is the aim. Please mark him. It will be a very different team talk if we concede here. All of that confidence, everything will. That's again well defended. And Fulham score. That is what we didn't want to concede. That is what we didn't want to concede just before half time. He's definitely onside. Good cross by Harry Wilson. That's what we didn't want to concede. Emil Smith Rowe of all people. Could be Leeds all over again. You never know. Will we concede two? Seems like it. Just want the ref to blow the bloody whistle. If we concede two, it's done. How can you concede two in a minute? Wow. Pep will have to work this out at half time. It was not that we came from 1-0 down, then that's a different team talk. Blow the whistle, ref. Bloody blow the whistle. The ref has blown the whistle. I think Pep will not be happy with not having that clean sheet. Great 3 goals, but Pep will not be happy not having that clean sheet. And conceding right at the brink of half time as well. Pep will definitely not be happy with that. Let's check out the scores from the other teams as well. Bournemouth Everton is 0-0. And Spurs, Newcastle United, they've just started playing. So let's watch a bit of Spurs Newcastle at this halftime. But I think Pep will definitely not be happy. What is the shit jersey from Spurs? Neku Voltamade. Spurs are just absolute shite, and we went and lost to them. But I'm disappointed here. 3 goals and still I'm disappointed because you just cannot concede a simple goal like that. Spurs are playing on the front foot here, but interesting. Brennan Johnson starting for them and Kudus. I think defensive reorganization will be very very. Uh, I mean, Pep will not be happy with the defensive organization. Bayaji is here. Hey Bayaji, how are you doing? Bayaji says Doku shouldn't dribble from our own half and lose the ball. Instead, do the 1-2 and run in space. I mean, I'm disappointed, Bayaji, with that goal. Seriously disappointed with that goal. I mean, three goals and we should be bubbling here, but clearly, I mean, 45 plus 2, the way we conceded that goal as well, defended the corner well, and like you said, Doku should be doing better there. Doku did that before as well for a corner, and we got away with it. Clearly, Phil Foden back to his absolute best. I mean, seeing shots like this, I still cannot understand how we missed those chances against Newcastle. I absolutely cannot understand. Baji says, I would take 2-0 win than 3-1. These days it's scary when City play a brilliant first half because in the second half standards drop proportionally. There was that period, Baji, 45 plus 2, Smith Rowe scores. And then there was a period where it seemed like we might concede the next goal as well, and we would concede two goals in the space of 2 minutes. I don't know what is happening when I don't know what's happening when we concede a goal. The heads are dropping against Leeds United as well. We concede, the heads drop for the next 10-15 minutes. See, the best teams in the world, you look at whosoever there have been till now, the best Champions League teams, the best Premier League teams, when they concede a goal, they don't let their heads drop. They just think, okay, right, we'll go and score another or we'll defend well. They don't let their heads drop. That is the character. And I just don't know why our heads are dropping. Just don't know why our heads are dropping, to be honest. And Phil Foden as well, Vayaji. Phil Foden in the midfield in the first 10-15 minutes, if you saw, he gave away two balls. And Raul Jimenez sent Fulham on the counter. There were two or three balls which Phil Foden gave away. Didn't like that as well. Foden's been magnificent, but there is that side of his this thing which I need to work on. And another thing I don't understand, Bayaji, is why is Matthews Nunez not taking our corners? He seems to cross the ball very well, Matthews Nunes. Why is Matthews Nunes not taking any corners? That's another thing which I'll not understand at all. Spurs and Newcastle, as usual, the game's not that good. The game's shit, and Spurs playing in a shit jersey as well. YG says bring on Kusha Stones at some point and totally shut the up. I thought three goal lead he'll bring them, but now we've conceded one more. I think maybe Pep will want to score one more and then shut down the defense probably. I just think Baiji, Ryan Sharkey is the perfect fit for this game. Yes, Ryan scored the goal and all that, but I somehow think Ryan Sharkey is the perfect fit for this game. I think it's either Sharkey or Ryan only one of the two play, and I think Sharky as well is a perfect fit for this game because Fulham are pressing aside. Sharky is excellent at breaking the press, playing in tight spaces, the through balls. I would love to see Sharky and even Marmoush at some time in the second half. Bayaj says Tijani took the corner and Foden scored. Foden doesn't need to take every corner either. That's true, but even Tijani Reinders took one corner before as well, and I wasn't satisfied with it. I mean, this goal was again Foden's brilliance. The corner was nothing special. It was straight on the glove of the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper flapped it away. See, you have Guardiola, Nico Gonzalez, you have people with height advantage, people with power headers. You have people with power headers. Why don't you use them? That's my question. And I just feel Matthews Nunes seems to be the best crosser in this team because uh, be- you look at the different types of crosses he's having, the way he's switching the play sometimes, the way he's putting the ball into the box. Today also Nunes crossed and I think Foden said it was a little bit difficult. So I don't know why Nunes is not being considered for that role. Bayaji says Sharky has been hit and miss when he started. That's true. That's true. But Sharky Bayaji has never been hit and miss when he's come off the bench. Against Wolves, he's come off the bench a goal. Against Leeds, he's come off the bench helped us win. I think whenever he's come off the bench, he's been superb actually. Uh, Apart from the Bournemouth game, I think yeah, you're right. Bit of a hit and miss. But then again, I also think Pep's not exactly given Sharky the license to play in the middle. Pep's asked Sharky to hold the width sometimes. Sometimes has asked him to do all of that stuff. But yeah, again, Sharky is growing into the team as well. And Bayaji, what do you think about Elliot Anderson and Anton Semenyo? I mean, Paul Hurst and everyone, City's top tier journalists have been actually telling that for Anton Semenyo in the January window. It seems the clause is only valid for the first 10 days after window opens, something like that. Good. City will pay 64 million pounds or whatever is stated in the clause and get Semenyo. And Elliot Anderson, just imagine getting Semenyo and getting Elliot Anderson. Wow. Elliot Anderson, I just think is just next level of a midfielder. Rodri and Elliot Anderson pivot. It just will be something. And his switch of play, his longer range passing is outstanding. Elliot Anderson, probably is top three in the league in terms of longer range passing, is that good. Bayaji says Sharky can only start when Rodri is there and we have a double pivot. That's why I think Pep is hell bent on getting Elliot Anderson. Or maybe when Rodri comes back, I think Nico Gonzalez and Rodri can do that as well. Let's switch back to that to our game. Enough of watching the shitty Spurs and Newcastle game. But Anton Semenyo is actually very interesting, especially looking at the way we are going. People say, but Semenyo is after Ryan Cherky is the most two-footed player in the Premier League, and he can shoot well. He's aggressive, he's tenacious, and the best thing is Semenyo when he drifts centrally, he's outstanding. When Semenyo drifts centrally, is outstanding. And looking at the way Pep is playing, I think he's allowing his fullbacks to maintain the width and he's allowing his wingers to cut inside. So I actually think that Anton Semenyo would just be outstanding in this team. Corners very well, doesn't lose the ball. Our workhorse and will instantly put us somewhere else. He's better than Declan Rice, Zubimendi, and whatever the shit Arsenal have and claim they are the best in the world. Bayaji says Semenyo though, fifth game, no goal. Again, I don't know Bayaji with that, but the overall game of, I mean, you might argue last season was sort of his breakout season, and this season is sort of done well for the first 4 5 matches, and then has not done well. Anton Semenyo, you might argue that, but the talent's definitely there, and he's 25 years. I think Semenyo is 25, right? He's just entering his prime. The talent's there. I mean, with Anton Semenyo, it's almost like you're seeing the version of Raheem Sterling that has come to us under Pellegrini, and when Pep saw him, the way Pep transformed Raheem Sterling. Anthony Semenyo has all the qualities of Sterling and is a better finisher than Raheem Sterling. For me, Anton Semenyo just seems like a raw version of Raheem Sterling, just getting into his prime. But I think if we can do these deals of Semenyo and Elliot Anderson, people are telling Tino Livramento, but I'm not sure we need Livramento for 100 million. I don't know. But Bayaji, did you see that Real Madrid Girona Victor Ruiz was the best player, was the best defender on the pitch? Aerial duels, one tackles, forward passes. He was number one in everything. Victor Ruiz was outstanding in that match. Real Madrid was a Girona in La Liga. Rather, Girona was Real Madrid. I don't know whose home it was, but Erling Haaland comes out. I want to Chekuweze is coming on. Wow, Bayaji, just look at this guy, Chekuweze. Bayaji says, I heard about Twitter, downloaded the game but yet to watch it. Twitter Reese is is the heir to John Stone's throne. Bayaji, Chekuweze is coming on. Do keep an eye on him because the last time against Spurs, I saw Chekuweze was absolutely outstanding. He was very good. So I think need to keep an eye on him. Uh, let's hope for a clean sheet in this half. Let's hope for a clean sheet in this half, Bayaji. It's going to be tense. It's going to be absolutely tense. These night games and that too at an away ground like Craven Cottage will not be easy. Let us defend as if we just have. Let us play like the scores 1-1 and let us try to score. That's how the mentality must be. Clean sheet in this half and scoring goals. Papa's shouting on Doku. I don't know why. Baiji says, please don't implode. Exactly, Bayaji. Exactly. That's my fear as well. Please don't implode. And that too after scoring three goals. If you implode, I just can't even know. I just don't even know what to say. He's taken Kenetete out and Sasalukic out and he's brought on Shekuiz and Castagna to attacking changes. Shekuiz, just keep an eye on Shekuiz, Bayaji, because he's just a direct winger. He's just absolutely tricky and direct. He's better than Garnacho. I don't know why Chelsea let him go when they bought Garnacho. But they let him go a long time ago, I think, anyway. But if it was 3-0, we would be more comfortable. But 3-1 is again a little bit discomfort. Nico Gonzalez had to be much more proactive in there. Not good from Nico Gonzalez. Matthews Nunez, Nico O'Reilly, Harry Wilson, Nico, go with the run. Well done. Excellent. That is from Josko Guardiola. He covered up the ass of Nico O'Reilly. But Nico O'Reilly did well to cover the run of Harry Wilson, to be fair to him. Well done to the both of them. Well done to both of them. That is good defending. Phil Foden, Erling Haaland. Sir Tijani Ryan does Erling Haaland. Jeremy Doku. Timothy Castagna, not so much known for his defensive this thing, unlike Kenny Tite. Erling Haaland and Phil Foden scores! Woo! Wow! What kind of form is this man in? Phil Foden! Woo! Wow! Just look at that finish from Phil Foden, guys! Wow! Come on, Phil! Bayaji, what a finish that was! Wow! Wow! Look at Phil Foden, that's it! Wow, this is a player that can decide a game. Phil Foden, still shocking he didn't do it against Newcastle. I don't know why, but again, superb. I think it was an assist from Doku, I think. What a goal from Phil Foden. Wow. Tijani Reinders, Erling Haaland, Reinders to Doku. Erling Haaland gets the assist. Erling Haaland gets the assist. I don't know if Haaland had any clue about it, but Erling Haaland gets the assist. But that finish is sublime. That's what I'm telling. How can someone who can finish like this? How can someone who can finish like this not? How can someone who can finish like this not score against Newcastle and that to those chances? Who was the assist given to? Wait, let me check. Who was the assist given to? Yes, Erling Haaland, of course. Why this is what a lovely move. There'll be more in this game. Haaland's looking for a hat trick of assists, Bayaji. When did Erling Haaland be on a hat trick of assists? Erling Haaland, Phil Foden hat trick of goals. Wow, this is just something else. Why says Foden hasn't done a sniper celebration in his last two games? Well, today might be the day, but Jeremy Doku again. Bayaji, the only thing this team needs is Elliot Anderson. More than Anton Semenyo, more than anyone, Elliot Anderson, Bayaji. You bloody put Elliot Anderson there along with Rodri. I will see who the hell कौन माई का लाल आएगा ये हमें रोकने के लिए put Elliot Anderson and Rodri there, two tanks. That's it, done. The league ain't ready, Bayaji, I'm telling you, for the combination of Elliot Anderson and Rodri. Once Rodri comes back, wow, the league ain't ready. The league ain't ready for that. The league absolutely ain't ready for that. Wow. It's a free kick to Fulham. And what that goal did was it killed off any of Fulham's hopes. Wow. But the finish by Aji, I don't understand how can you score these two goals and not score those two goals against Newcastle? Because if you would have scored them, 2 points difference and that's it. Arsenal and Mikel Arteta would be sitting, be pissing in their pants. What this team needs now is Elliot Anderson, that's it. I'm convinced. Please do not concede another goal. Please do not concede. Please do not concede another goal. That's my only wish. Calvin Bassi. Come on. Haaland one more assist and Phil Foden one more goal. Wow. And that would be hat trick of assists and hat trick of goals. Difficult to beat Donnarumma from that range, Metro. He ain't your David Raya. Alex Iwobi. Nico Gonzalez got hit in a place where I don't know why we are doing this shit again. Come on, playing out from the back. Bernardo is an expert in it. I don't care if Bernardo does it, but not Nico Gonzalez and all of them. They just don't know. Erling Haaland, Phil Foden, Matthews Nunes playing Doku. Jeremy Doku, back to Phil Foden. Foden back to Doku. Can Doku find Erling? Jeremy Doku there again. And Jeremy Doku scores! Woo! Wow! Jeremy Doku scores! Wow! What is happening in this game? City are showing their entire might. Wow! Jeremy Doku scores. And maybe the assist is for Nico O'Reilly. Wow, what is happening in this game? Wow. Or was it an own goal? I don't know. Was it a Joachim Anderson own goal? I think it was. I don't know who they'll give that goal to. Baiji says Doku made a mistake not playing to Nico first time, but tonight luck on our side. I think was it an own goal, Bayaji? Was it an own goal? I think it's a Sandabarja own goal, maybe. Think it's a Sandabarja own goal. But the intent, Bayaji, just the intent. Just imagine you get Anton Semenyo and I mean who and the intent is there on this side as well. Wow. But Doku's cross, Bayaji, today Doku's cross for Haaland's opening goal was very, very good. Off his weaker foot, off his left foot, he's made that cross. Beautiful cross. I think we'll score six. Six at a difficult away ground will just be something else. Six at a difficult away ground will just be. What a night! What a night, right? What a night! Baiji says last game Yasko jump and tonight Tijani and Fulham score again. What the hell? Aha! Fulham score again. I just hope Bayaji there's no implosion because if you implode after scoring 5 goals, I just don't know. Alexi Bobby scores. But we can't be conceding 3 goals every game. We can't be bloody conceding 3 goals every game. I mean, how did, I mean, this is not even on Donnarumma. Donnarumma cannot do anything for the first goal, cannot do anything for this. How is Iwobi left free to take a shot on the edge of the box? Right. No goal for the next 20 minutes. No goal for the next 20 minutes. Phil Foden has to give it to Jeremy Doku. Exactly. I mean, what what the fuck was that ball, mate? Phil Foden had to play it to Jeremy Doku out wide, and 4 City players were crashing the box. Little bits of play, Phil. Little bits of play. Baiji says Iwobi had exactly the. I mean, who is tracking him? Who is marking him? I don't know. Both the goals are not on Donnarumma. Impossible to save the first goal. And it's a goal kick. No goals अब और action नहीं बस calmness Bayaji बस calmness Bayaji says this is the best backline we can put and it's not good enough. Bayaji, I don't think the backline is the problem. I've been wondering. The backline is not the problem, Bayaji. Nunez, I think Nunez has been top three right backs in the league in terms of attacking, defending. Leeds, he made a mistake, but in general, flawless. In general, flawless. Nico Riley, of course, the best left back in the league this season. The midfield's the problem, Bayaji. The midfield's not physical enough. I think Nico Gonzalez, Bernardo Silva, and Phil Foden are not good enough to deal with the midfields of the Premier League. The midfield is the problem. The midfield is not offering protection to the back four. You put the best back four, but if your midfield is not physical enough, and also you may ask in the past, Ikai Gundogan would play holding midfield for us. And all, but in the past we used to play a possession style of football. We used to keep the ball, we used to control play with the ball, but this time it's not like that. We give the ball to the opponents. This is the least Pep Guardiola has in terms of possession in his entire career. The style has changed. So the style has actually changed. So I think you need midfielders who can offer that physicality, who can win those second balls. And you know, Elliot Anderson is the best in the world in terms of winning those second balls. There's no one who can compete with him. Tijani Reinders has to play that ball out wide. Why this has put Nunez in mid and bring on Kusha now for Bernardo. I don't think he'll do that. I don't think he believes Nunez can control that midfield with possession. But I would just bring Ryan Cherki for Bernardo and finish Fulham off. One more goal by Aji and we finish Fulham off. One more goal and we finish Fulham off. Strange, it's 60th minute, we are 5 goals up and I'm still not confident. The midfield is the problem by Aji. They've realized it. They've realized it and that's why Elliot Anderson. And also people forget Rodri Gundogan was maybe not that physical, but people forget Kevin De Bruyne offered physicality in the midfield. He offered that physicality in the midfield. Fulham are just attacking us. They're just attacking us a lot. It's a corner to defend. Why, my God, the time is just going so slowly. Why is Savio also coming? Is tonight the night for him? God save Savio, but Bayaji, do not concede from this corner. I don't know, Bayaji, something's not feeling right for me, even though we are having. Uh, Even though we are having a 5 goal lead, I just don't know. Please clear this corner. Jeremy Doku out on the counter attack. I think he has to play that ball out wide to find Erling Haaland. Ah, why this is, I think in the last 4 or 5 games you conceded from corners, direct or indirect ways. I know by his indirect ways is from our corner. There were instances when we took the corner and opponents also scored from our counter attack. True. Guardiola does well. Guardiola is calm. Offside. Raul Jimenez is offside. Wow. Panch goal mare and still we and I just cannot watch this match without pressure. Savio is coming on. John Stones is coming on. Wow, John Stones is coming on. Gonzalez is off. Wow, this is interesting, Bayaji. This is interesting. He's bringing Nico Gonzalez off and is putting John Stones in center mid. This is very, very interesting. I hope he's putting John Stones as a CDM and not as a right back because they'll kill him if they'll put him as a right back and Savio's coming instead of Doku. Gonzalez is out. John Stones is coming in. I think if John Stones can play that CDM role, wow, it will be something else. He is physical. He can handle the entire physicality. Wow. Just imagine a midfield three of Rodri, Elliot Anderson and John Stones with Elliot Anderson the farthest midfielder. How would that be? Matheus Nunes, Shakuizi, he's dealt with Shakuizi very well this. It's offside. Harry Wilson was offside. Or maybe Shakuizi was offside. We're playing the offside trap very, very well. Look at it. This is wonderful. Shakuizi was clearly offside. We are giving Fulham too much possession of the ball. I think this is not good. Fulham are looking like they'll score. John Stones does well. Wow, we are defending here like a Jose Mourinho team. Sitting back, absolutely sitting back. And Fulham are just coming at us with a barrage of attack after barrage of attack, and it's just 66th minute. Anything can happen. Bernardo Silva, and Bernardo Silva of all people losing the ball. Wow, good defending there from Phil Foden. Wow, City are in siege mode now. City are in absolute siege mode now. The Doku goal just Nico Riley, superb there from Nico Riley. Wow, great from Nico Riley to relieve the pressure a little bit. Wow. टाइम तो इतना स्लो जा रहा है. टाइम is just going so slow. We are defending for our lives here. Sabinho's done very well there. He's done extremely well there. Can we keep the ball? Can we keep the ball and frustrate Fulham? That is the thing. John Stones playing in that CDM role. Wow, he's looking so composed already there. Savinho, John Stones, Bernardo Silva, and John Stones. They are just masters of breaking the press. There should have been. Can he cross it? Can he please cross it? Ah! What a header that was from Erling Haaland. Should have been his second goal of the match. And should have been six for City. That would have just broken Fulham to the core. Good cross and good header. Haaland hit the woodwork twice. That is excellent there, Phil Foden. Ah, should have found a Savinho there, Phil Foden. That ball could have been a little bit more better, but just look at that cross from Savinho. Superb. It just hit the bar. Great header there from Erling Haaland. He's hit Woodward twice today. Nunez against Shakwezi again has been superb. Somehow we have managed 10 minutes without conceding a goal. Nunez against Shakwezi was just outstanding. Just look at that. Wow. He's just improved his ground duels. His defending is superb. What an improvement by Ajay from Matthews Nunez. He is just, I mean, unless he goes to the ground, which against Leeds he did, I think, but generally he's avoided it this season most before. I think last time he went to ground against PSG, I think once. Savinho. City giving the ball away again cheaply. Pep will not be happy with that. 10 more minutes, guys, without a goal, and this game will be done. 10 more minutes without a goal, and the game will be done. And Fulham score again 3-5. My god, what the fuck is happening here? What the fuck is happening with the back four? Donnarumma in goal and it's 3 goals conceded. What the fuck is happening, guys? This game ain't over. Look at Ruben Diaz there. Wow. I don't know what they're checking for. It's onside. I think it's clearly onside. Though I hope it will be offside. What is it? I don't know what they're checking so long. What the fuck is happening in this game? I don't know what they're checking. Now there'll be bloody 10 minutes of added time. So much stress. I think it's a goal for all of this. I think we need to score one more. That is the only way we survive this. I just think we cannot win this with 5 goals. We need that midfielder. The midfield is just again someone free coming on the edge of the box and scoring. You're just not able to keep the ball now. This is such a painful watch. Despite scoring 5 goals. It's a Fulham corner as well. My god. It was only now that the City fans were doing Poznan. And Fulham score again. Wow. 4-5. What the fuck is happening, guys? What the fuck is happening? City are imploding here. There's no title race this season. There's absolutely no title race this season. I'm sorry. Look at Pep Guardiola there. Wow, Fulham come back from 2-5. The momentum is with them. They'll score the fifth. Wow. The midfield's just not good enough. I know the corners again. How are they having so much space on the edge of the box to shoot from? I just cannot understand. Three goals are conceded like that. Seems like they'll score the fifth. Matthews Nunez. Ah, we should not have conceded the fourth. I mean, despite scoring five goals, Kevin is coming on. Ryan Sherky is coming on for City. Don't know what Real Madrid will score against us if Fulham can score four. The box to box midfielder is not physical. That's the problem. I would have preferred it to be at 3-5, but despite scoring five goals, you're hanging on. Wow. And fans have to come down every bloody second. It's a goal kick. That's not a penalty. Come on, it's just a coming together. Ah, it's a corner for Fulham. Now this is where starts. It is a corner for Fulham. Wow. Please do not concede from there. Ah, I think it was a foul on Donnarumma, maybe. Ah, 5 goals and you're hanging on. Shouldn't have conceded the fourth goal. It would still have been kind of relaxing. I don't know what Donnarumma's doing there. Savinho, Foden, Reinders, Ora, Nunez, Bernardo, Sherky. That's a foul and it's a free kick to City. Well done, Ryan Sherky. What happened when it was 3-5 or 2-5 that you didn't contain the ball like this? John Stones get the ball. It's gone out. Wow. How have Chelsea let go of this Easy guy? I just don't know. Can Haaland get one chance? Can Haaland get one chance? That's what. Can Sherky create one chance for him? Savinho, please can you keep hold of the ball? It's a throw to City, but Scored 5 goals and still I don't care. It's at home or away from home, and still you need to be holding on. The midfield is the problem. No one's tracking the runners. It will be 10 minutes of added time. My god, that's where 3-5 would have been very good, but ah, 8 minutes of added time. My god, this will now feel like an eternity. Bernardo Silva's cleared it. 8 minutes is too long to survive, in my opinion. Are you there, Bayaji? What the fuck is happening? Good interception. Was a chance. Again, Bernardo Silva's there. Ryan Sherky, Matthews Nunez, Ryan Sherky again, Nico O'Reilly, Matthews Nunez. But was a chance. I don't know what happened to Savinho. He slips his legs tangle at that very moment. I don't know. This is excellent defending from Matthews Nunez there. Wonderful defending from Matthews Nunez. 8 minutes is such a long time. We can score a goal, then we can relax. Wow. I think we need to score one more goal, guys. We absolutely need to score one more goal. There's no doubt about it. What the fuck was that? Why didn't he finish? I just don't know. That's it. That's it. Ah, keep your head, guys. Keep your head. अभी आधा टाइम भी नहीं हुआ. Just look at this. He's clearly onside. I don't know why Guardiola didn't try. Guardiola should have gone for that finish. Don't know what Guardiola was trying to do. Maybe square it to Haaland. I just don't know. 4 more minutes to go. They should have just played the ball to Haaland there. Ryan Sherky. Ah! This is a clash of heads. I'll just go to washroom and come. Bale was away. They were showing the replay. Probably there was a chance he'll add 1 more minute on. I think he'll add 1 more minute on. Please, God, please, do not let this happen to me. Do not let this happen to me. Ah, it's a corner. Just cannot watch this. It's going to be the last kick of the game. Just cannot watch this. Yes! 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 I just don't know how I managed to watch this game for 90 minutes. Wow! What the fuck just happened, guys, in this game? Bayaji, if you're here, what the fuck did, did it just happen in this game? Wow! What the fuck was it? What the fuck was it? I mean, I just don't know how I did this game. I mean, it was absolutely so tense. It was absolutely so tense. Let us look at the scores from the other games as well. Interesting. Everton 1, Bournemouth nil. Jack Grealish scoring. Right. Wow. Full time. Newcastle and Spurs is still 0-0, which is interesting again. Wow. What a game, guys. What a game this is. What a game it was. Look at Calvin Bassey and Erling Haaland. It's always good to see such uh, friendship, whatever you call it. Defender and attacker on the field, they were nice. But what the hell happened in this game? How did we concede those many goals? How are we conceding those goals? That's the question. From outside of the box, I think there were three goals from outside of the box. Why aren't their midfielders tracking those goals from outside of the box? I absolutely do not know why this is almost similar to the Bruno Fernandes problem. Similar to the Bruno Fernandes problem for Manchester United when he was not tracking the runners. Erling Haaland smiles as he waves to the away fans, but he knows deep in deep that no, wow, 5 goals and still you're hanging on by a thread. Wow, Pep knows. I think the midfield needs someone. It needs an Elliot Anderson. The midfield absolutely needs. I think Elliot Anderson is coming in because only Nico Gonzalez cannot, or only John Stones cannot hold. Maybe then you play. I don't know. You play a double pivot of John Stones and Nico Gonzalez. I don't know. No mistake from Donnarumma. Zero mistakes from Donnarumma. None of those goals were savable. Absolutely none of those goals were savable. Absolutely none of absolutely none of those goals were savable. And it was. I just didn't know how I did the watch along, to be honest, because when that fourth goal went in, which was at what 70th minute or so on, and you were like, wow, wow. Foden gets two DEFCON points as well in fantasy. The fantasy Premier League, if you guys are playing that, but again, it was. Again, I'm still sitting here and thinking, how did I even do this? Watch along after 70th minute. It was so tense. 4-5. You cannot be 5-2 up, and then especially to any team, and then almost tell of the other team to score three goals in the next 20 minutes, 25 minutes. No, that should absolutely not be allowed. I'm still, taking that over, taking that in a way. I'm just taking that in because I just absolutely cannot believe just cannot absolutely believe what just happened to City, especially. Ah, thanks a lot, Bayaji, again for joining me on this live stream. And what a match this is! This is a match for the ages. If time permits, maybe tomorrow we'll discuss about this. Anyway,